get it. I mean, why does it look like that? I mean, it doesn't look like a plane, it looks like a saucer. I just don't get it. Can someone help me figure this one out? I mean, if you think that looks like a plane, I just don't get it. I'm looking at it carefully, and of course, you know, I'm driving in the middle of traffic. I'm trying to get as close as I can to it, and I just cannot figure out what the hell I'm looking at. Please, somebody, I'm trying to be as stable and as clean as I can with this, but if y'all can tell me what that is, please do. Like I said, I'm just in the bottom of it, and I just really cannot figure it out. So anyway, folks, I can't believe that. I just cannot believe it. Houston, Texas, Saturday night, April the 2nd. Here we go.
Hey, what's up, guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. We have just received tonight this amazing footage captured over Houston, Texas. Now, this was sent to me by a man named Ernesto Rojas, who said that he was running late to meet up with a friend of his and was absolutely shocked to see this saucer-shaped UFO in the sky, which he said seemed to pick up speed. And he said he was getting close to exiting off of the highway, but he did his best to film this while drive, and actually he did an amazing job. Much better than some of the other footage we've gotten in the past. And as he stated in his email, he's not particularly a UFO buff or believer, but he agreed that there are so many mysteries unexplained with our planet and to this whole UFO phenomenon. And he thought that this would be of some interest to us, and it definitely is. I mean, look at this thing. And he could not come up with an explanation. And this thing would have to be massive as it's moving along with the car. Now, basically, you get that effect from things that are far away. But because of the detail we're seeing on this thing, it would definitely have to be large. And you can definitely tell it's not a plane, it's not a helicopter. This thing is still and steady, locked into position in the sky. Now, he had his window rolled down, and he confirmed for me that he did see this object with his naked eye. And he also said in his email that he actually has bad eyesight, but because this thing was so clear and defined in the sky that even he could make it out. And you can actually see the object passes behind the streetlights and obstructions that pass by. So that completely rules out this being a reflection. And it doesn't look like a reflection anyway, but you can see it going behind various objects that obstruct and come into the frame. Now, he even sent me a stabilized version. I mean, I love this guy. I mean, not only does he capture some amazing footage here, and stable footage, I mean, it's stable in and of itself, but he then goes a step further, which is what I ask all of you guys to do, is get the best footage that you can, and if it's not, download a simple free stabilization software that'll give us a clear, more stabilized view. So that's what he did. He went a step further for us, and he sent us a stabilized view, which is what you're seeing here, showing this object. I mean, look at this thing. What is this? And as a matter of fact, this looks very similar to other UFOs that we've captured. And also, as I was telling him, Texas is a haven for UFO sightings. If you've watched our past videos, you've seen that a lot of these videos and images and happenings that we've seen have come from Texas. Whether it be the sighting of the massive cube-shaped object that came out of the clouds that we posted a video on, it went viral, and this thing was seen and captured by multiple witnesses. And when we put that video out, I mean, it certainly caused a stir in the community. I mean, we had trolls, we had haters, we had paid shills coming out and attacking us for this footage, which always seems to happen when we really catch something amazing, something that the powers that be do not want us reporting on. They do not want this footage out. But the footage did come out. It was corroborated by multiple witnesses, one of which we even did an interview with. And again, we've captured many other sightings over Texas, this one being our newest, and we are just so thankful that Mr. Rojas was nice enough to send it in to us. We want to know what you guys think. And you know what, as far as the UFO question goes, I've been hearing a lot of talk about how Hillary Clinton, if she becomes president, has vowed to investigate UFOs and Area 51 and bring that all to light once and for all. She's quoted as saying, "I am going to get to the bottom of it." And I've got to tell you, I would take what she says with a grain of salt, guys. Do you honestly think that Hillary Clinton, a career politician, and honestly known liar, I mean, she's being investigated for lying about her emails, and then she was also found out to be lying over the whole Benghazi incident. And even without all of that, she's a career politician. I mean, do I need to say more? I mean, when it comes to politicians, they will tell you whatever you want to hear. And we've noticed that Mrs. Hillary has now promised to blow the lid off of the UFO question due to the fact that she sees how many people are beginning to wake up and who are investing time into this topic. And like any good politician, is now pandering to the ufology community and saying whatever she thinks will get her more votes. We have never had a politician that has come out and given us any information about the UFO question or the alien phenomena that's been happening. I mean, maybe except for the President Carter UFO incident, which is probably the closest thing that would even come close to a president or politician speaking about the entire UFO question, which basically happened personally to President Carter, who was the U.S. president from 1977 to 1981, who reported seeing a UFO while at Leary, Georgia in 1969. And he was asked to file a report on the sighting by the International UFO Bureau in Oklahoma City, which he actually did in September of 1973. And at about 7:15 p.m., one of his guests called his attention to a strange object that was visible about 30 degrees above the horizon to the west of where he was standing. And Mr. Carter actually said that it didn't look so much to be a solid object, but was very peculiar looking, as if it was more sort of see-through and had some sort of biomechanical substance to it, which is very similar to this object in this UFO video that we're showing you now. It almost looks like there are parts of this structure that are see-through. And we've spoken about this before, about how these aliens, who would have to be millions of years ahead of us, may be using some sort of biological material in creating their ships that basically links directly to them, where they can just put their hand, on an object inside of the craft and have full control of it mentally. And this is a theory that's been shown in movies, and it's long since been spoken about by countless researchers. So these beings have biological connections to the craft that they are flying in. But that's as far as the whole politician speaking on UFOs goes, as long as we can even remember. Unless it's to make jokes or to make fun of us or call us conspiracy theorists. There was a recent interview on MSNBC show with Chris Matthews, where they were talking about Clinton willing to open up the government files on UFOs. And basically, if you've seen the video, and we will link you to the actual video, where Mr. Matthews was speaking to Claire Moskowitz, it was all just a big joke fest. Chris Matthews, calling us conspiracy theorists and saying, well, there are conspiracy theorists out there, and most of them believe that there's a conspiracy in everything, and that the JFK was murdered by more than one lone gunman, and that his brother Bobby went the same way. And you know what? You have to be a major tool to believe that JFK wasn't assassinated by more than just some lone nut with a defective rifle that had a broken scope on it, shot by someone like Lee Harvey Oswald, which was a terrible shot in his military and according to his military records. I mean, so, I won't even get into that. I mean, they whacked JFK. He didn't want to go to Vietnam, and suddenly he's killed. Lyndon Johnson is put in, and all of JFK's directives saying that we wouldn't go to Vietnam were then reversed. And then as soon as his brother Bobby began running, he was taken out. So, you know, do your own research on that, but you're damn right that there are a lot of conspiracies that have happened out there that are actually true. And I honestly don't think we'll be hearing any politician come out soon giving us the 411 on anything having to do with aliens or UFOs. So, clear your head of that, you know, right now, and just think about, put your time and thoughts to something else, because I guarantee you, if it's something that Mrs. Hillary Clinton does best, it's saying things just to get a vote. So again, back to this amazing footage. Big thanks to Mr. Rojas for sending it in. Let me know what you guys think. This is, you know, an amazing UFO sighting that was captured, no less, by an Army Ranger. I mean, this guy, the source of the footage was an Army Ranger. So this guy has, you know, a very extensive knowledge about flying aircraft. He knows what is an aircraft and what isn't. Can't just be explained away by swamp gas or a reflection on the window or whatever. Whatever cover story will be conjured up by the paid trolls who come on here and try to debunk it. So the source knew what he saw, and this guy had nothing to do. He doesn't even care about the UFO phenomenon. I mean, not even necessarily a believer of it, but this one definitely sparked his interest. So big thanks to him. I appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think, and stay tuned because we've got a lot more videos coming on some very interesting topics. So thanks for watching. Share, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you back soon.